More than 90% of life-changing ideas never actually get done. If you're 30 now and live to 60, you've got about 1,500 weeks left. And remember, a third of that is for sleeping. But here's the thing, it's not your fault. There's a group of people hiding a secret they never want you to know. The harsh truth is, the advertising industry spends over $600 billion a year just to keep you in the role of a consumer. That's the secret. They don't want you creating. They just want you buying, watching, and repeating. So the real question is, will you spend the rest of your week stuck in the consumer loop they built for you? Or will you use them to create something that outlives you? The moment you shift into being a producer, you step out of the game they set up. I'm going to share with you the secret I wish I did known earlier, so I didn't have to wait until 30 to realize it. If you're young and watching this, you could save yourself years of your life in just 15 minutes and live far ahead of most people out there. But if you're like me and already around 30, let me tell you this, it's still not too late to create something meaningful, and more importantly, to pass it down to your kids and future generations. First, you need to understand the loop of consumer and producer. Part 1. Consumer and producer. Picture yourself standing in front of a huge shopping mall. Everything's shiny, on sale, and tempting. You feel like stepping in. And the moment you do, the consumption loop begins. Short, addictive videos. Hours slipping by without you even noticing. That's the path of a consumer. Someone who lives to shop, scroll, and distract themselves from their own dreams. The other path is tougher. But with every step forward, you're creating something of value, a project, a product, or an idea. The reward isn't just money, it's the pride of knowing you're leaving a real mark. That's the path of a producer. So how are consumers and producers different? A consumer spends their time, money, and energy on things that fade fast. They buy new clothes to feel good for a week, scroll through feeds to escape stress, or binge shows to kill time. A producer, on the other hand, creates value. They're the ones making the products, services, or content that consumers use. They might be a YouTuber sharing time management tips, a freelance designer, or a mom selling handmade crafts. According to a recent study, 80% of YouTube content creators earn between $1,000 and $10,000 a month after just 1 to 2 years. Meanwhile, the average American spends up to 70% of their income on things they don't really need, like food delivery or discounted clothes. Being a consumer is like renting a house. You keep paying but own nothing. Being a producer is like owning the house. You're building assets, not just money, but freedom and meaning. One mistake I used to make, and maybe you do too, was thinking becoming a producer takes something huge, a degree, big money, or a $1 million idea. The truth? You can start today with what you already have. A phone, a hobby, or even just your story. That's enough to begin. Take Mr. Beast, for example, the biggest YouTuber in the world. Back when he was a teenager, he spent hours every day watching YouTube. At first, he was just a consumer, sitting in front of the screen like you and me. With nothing but an old computer and a few simple ideas, he uploaded his first videos. They only got a few dozen views, but he kept going, learning, and improving day by day. Now, he's the biggest YouTuber on the planet, with hundreds of millions of subscribers, his own media company, and charity projects helping millions of people. He started as a consumer like us, but by becoming a producer, he not only changed his own life, he left a massive impact on the world. Because modern society is designed to keep you as a consumer. So the real question is, when will you take the turn onto the path of a producer? Don't rush it. Your first step is to become a smart consumer. Part 2. Escaping the consumer loop. Here's the truth. Modern society is built to turn you into a non-stop consumer. Social media runs on smart algorithms designed to keep you scrolling as long as possible. Ever wonder why, right after a cute cat video, you suddenly see an ad for cat food? That's no coincidence. These platforms collect your data, your interests, your habits, even your emotions to target ads that make you want to buy more, watch more, stay longer. One study found that the average American spends 2.5 hours a day on social media. That's about 900 hours a year, the same amount of time it would take to become an expert in something. Even our parents and schools told us to get a stable job and spend on worthy things. but very few ever taught us how to create or own anything. It all goes back to the industrial age, when education systems were designed to train workers for offices and factories. Back then, the big producers, the railroad kings, the banking kings, the steel kings, the oil kings built the system to keep people in the consumer role. Today, social media has taken that even further, making us the most loyal consumers ever. Because here's the thing, you are the product. The platforms are free because they make money from your data and your time. The result? Hundreds of dollars a month spent on food delivery just because of flashy ads online. A friend of mine in New York realized he'd spent thousands on discounted clothes in just 1 year, but still felt like life was missing something. Our mistake is thinking social media is free. The truth is, you're paying with your time, your focus, and even your dreams. These companies profit by helping advertisers change your habits and shape your decisions. From what you buy to the news you read, everything can be influenced. They gather as much data about you as possible, then push the ads and content most likely to affect you, keeping them in front of you non-stop. Their profits depend on one thing: how long they can keep you scrolling. Every platform is fighting for as much of your free time as possible. Sounds like the odds are stacked against us, right? But there's always another side. Even consumers have levels. If you know how to use it, you can flip the script. That's why the idea of the smart consumer exists. If society forces you to consume, at least learn to consume smart, so you can step into the producer's game and build a better life. For example, you scroll through social media, but you do it to gather ideas, learn skills, or gain insights from others. You play games, but you use them to relax and recharge after long work sessions, so you can perform better afterward. You shop, but you make sure what you buy actually fits the lifestyle of creating, not just wasting. Check your habits. Look at how you're spending your time and money. Is your consumption helping you create more value or just draining you? Everyone is a consumer. The real question is, are you consuming with purpose or just out of habit? This is the simplest way to start breaking free from the consumption trap and stepping into the role of a producer. And here's the exciting part. Once you're here, you've already started the producer's journey. Ahead of you are 4 different paths, and anyone, even you, can take them, so stick with me. Part 3. The 4 types of producers. First, let's quickly break down the different types of producers. I will divide them into 4 groups so you can picture which one you'd want to be in. And the first group, knowledge producers. These are people who share their ideas and experiences through YouTube, podcasts, or online courses. Back in the day, teaching was offline and limited by location. But now, thanks to digital technology, the opportunities are endless. With just one skill, public speaking, writing, teaching, sales, marketing, or video creation, you can already start in this group. The second group, digital product producers. These are people who create or offer services around digital assets. Things like logo design, app or website building, music production, or video editing. The demand for digital products is massive right now. Of course, it does take more skills: design, coding, graphic design, 3D modeling, filming, photography. You will often find this group on platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, or even Shopee, offering services or selling digital products. The third group, business producers. These are entrepreneurs and traders. They might sell physical products like traditional businesses or digital products like the other 2 groups, but with a leaner, more flexible business model. The skills you will need here are leadership, negotiation, sales, financial management, and investing in cash flow assets. Joining this group means stepping into the big money game: business, investing, trading, fundraising. And finally, the fourth group, physical producers. These are the hands-on people, artists, inventors, and craftsmen. Human civilization got to where it is today mostly thanks to this group. They build physical products, art, machines, and now many are merging with the digital side like Group 2. Think about something as simple as a ballpoint pen. It may only cost a few cents, but to create it took centuries of knowledge, sacrifice, and brilliant minds. Now, don't think you need to be perfect from the start. About 90% of successful producers, even someone like MrBeast, began with rough videos or unfinished products. All they did was dare to try and keep improving. It's the final results that show whether you're fit to be a producer. You don't need some rare talent. What you need is action. If you love teaching and talking, become a knowledge producer. If you love design and tech, become a digital producer. If you love business and money, become a business producer. If you love working with your hands, become a physical producer. Anyone can be a producer no matter where you start. What really matters is understanding the mindset producers have, how it's completely different from the mindset of consumers. Part 4. The mindset of a producer. I wish I'd been taught more about the mindset of a producer, the mindset of people who create value instead of just consuming it. At 30, we don't have much time left to waste. Every decision, every habit directly shapes our career, our finances, and the quality of the rest of our lives. There are two key ideas when it comes to building a producer's mindset: understanding the value of work and understanding the value of money. If you're a parent, you can help your kids build this mindset from a young age, so they grow up confident, creative, and ready to take on the world. For example, teach them about the value of money through the way you live. Even if your family is doing fine, don't just buy your kids everything they ask for. Not every "I want it" should lead to "here you go." When something valuable is hard to get, they will grow up more independent, ready to earn what they want themselves, instead of relying on handouts. But the biggest shift comes from teaching the lifestyle of delayed gratification. You can build a small reward system, both mental and material, to make working hard exciting. It's about learning that money doesn't just fall from the sky. You have to put in effort and create value for it. Maybe your kids earn pocket money by helping with chores, or for you, it could mean saving up for something instead of buying it right away. Delaying gratification is one of the most powerful habits you can build. Sounds simple, but it's not easy. Still, if you want a better future for yourself and your kids, it's non-negotiable. Most consumers think, let's play now, worry later. We only live once, so let's make the most of being young. But the foundation of the two mindsets, consumer and producer, is completely different. Many waste their golden years partying, then panic later, and force themselves to catch up. The ideal youth? A balance. Learn while you play. Use play to learn. Explore while also training your mind. And learning here does not just mean math or geography. It's about building good habits, cleaning your own room, taking care of yourself, being respectful to family, learning how to deal with people, and understanding the basics of work and money. Don't just learn to be smart, learn to live. The producer mindset also ties deeply to creativity. Add activities that spark creativity: Lego, puzzles, board games, Monopoly, or even cash flow to practice systems thinking and financial IQ. If you love watching YouTube, try making short videos yourself, even something simple, like filming your surroundings or telling a story, to get used to sharing your ideas out loud. If your kid loves comics, encourage them to draw their own stories and share them with you. Ask questions like, "What if this happened instead?" to fuel creativity and logical thinking. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn, Benjamin Franklin once said. These habits are the building blocks of a producer's mindset. They determine whether someone grows up wasting hours scrolling aimlessly or taking charge of their own life without needing anyone to push them. That's the first lesson in consuming to create, not consuming to waste. So, what will you consume smartly this week to start your own producer journey? Share this video with a friend or family member you know is also craving to escape the consumer loop and create something meaningful. Your journey won't just change your life, it will inspire the people around you. If you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next one. Click the video on the right to watch How to Beat Phone Addiction, or click the one on the left for the video we think fits you best.